From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
Alright, so boom, this whole Young Buck and Big Meech situation is the perfect example of why some people just can't stay out of their own way. Buck out here still begging for street cred, while Meech fumbling his legacy like he playing for the Falcons in the Super Bowl. First off, Young Buck, bro, we gotta talk. You always on some I'm real, I'm solid type time, but every time we check the scoreboard, you done switched teams. My boy, you done had more fallouts than a cheap wig in a windstorm. You've been disloyal to everybody, 50, G-Unit, the IRS, and let's not even get started on them special friendships you be having behind closed doors. Buck talking about leave Big Meech alone like he BMF's official spokesperson. Boy, you was barely on the G-Unit roster, let alone BMF. You partied with Meech twice and now you acting like you was his right-hand man? That's like me going to a Lakers game and telling people I got drafted. Buck, sit all the way down, preferably somewhere far away from a recording contract. And let's not forget when 50 clowned him. 50 said nothing about the Irv Gotti situation, but as soon as he saw Buck's name, he hit him with the "this fool" treatment. You know it's bad when 50 don't even gotta roast you, just acknowledge you exist and everybody already laughing. Buck in jail? Listen, I would love to interview one of his cellmates. Buck probably had the time of his life in there, like, Tom about to know, y'all sure I gotta leave? This man filed bankruptcy twice just to dodge paying 50 back, but he couldn't dodge them prison visits. Priorities, my guy. Now let's talk about Meech. This man came home and ruined everything in record time. Bro, you was mythical before. You was the street legend, the untouchable kingpin. Now you just another dude taking pictures with Rick Ross talking about we gonna do a movie. Ain't no movie, Meech. Your contract is with 50 and you out here acting like you didn't sign them papers. Meech home for 2 months and even his own brother don't mess with him no more. Southwest T somewhere shaking his head like, I told y'all. T been saying since 2003 that Meech was moving reckless. He was like, bro, we growing too fast, we got too many weak links. And Meech was like, nah bro, let's keep expanding. Now look at you, doing car shows with Rick Ross instead of running $1 billion empire, and how you get clemency from Biden? What type of plug you got, bro? You had one job, lay low, keep your name clean, and cash out on this BMF TV money. But nah, you wanted to do the most, and now you just the latest reality TV storyline. You went from BMF kingpin to love and hip hop candidate in record time. Big Meech got home, and the first thing he did was remodel his garage to buy more cars. Bruh, do you own a business? No? Alright then. You trying to live like 2005 still, but that era gone, my boy. The streets ain't even loyal to the streets no more, and you think you gonna rebuild BMF? At this point, Big Meech ain't Big Meech, he just medium Meech. 50 been tried to put Meech's son on. He made Lil Meech a TV star, gave him a legit career, but nah, Big Meech still acting like he finna run the streets again at 50 plus years old. My boy, this is not 2003 and you are not about that life no more. You barely out and you already making deals that don't make sense. Meanwhile, Rick Ross talking about doing a BMF documentary. Bruh, you wasn't even involved when it mattered. You was just a fan making songs about it. Right? Ross trying to finesse Meech like a used car salesman and Meech falling for it again. This man really traded in 50 Cent's TV empire for a car show and some club appearances. It's crazy how fast somebody can go from street legend to Instagram clown. Meech, you went from death before dishonor to death before reading contracts. You let Ross hype you up like you still running things, but truth be told, you just a guess at this point. Meanwhile, Young Buck's still out here trying to be relevant, begging for 50's attention while pretending he don't care. Boy, we see you crying on Instagram every time 50 clowns you. Ain't nobody believing nothing you say at this point. 50 definitely roasted Young Buck. He basically clowned him for being disloyal and getting caught up in suspect situations. 50 didn't even have to say much, just reposting Buck and throwing out a couple of dismissive lines was enough to remind the world that Buck been moving funny for years. Buck got a master's degree in it, this man fell out with 50, tried to crawl back, cried on the phone, and still fumbled the bag again. 50 hinted at Buck's preference for certain types of company, and let's just say the streets never forgot those viral moments. 50 laughed at how Buck seemed a little too comfortable behind bars. Like, you asking to go back? That's crazy. At this point, 50 roasting Buck is tradition. He don't even gotta try. Buck just sets himself up every time. Moral of the story, some dudes just ain't built for the long game. Meech had everything set up for him, and he still dropped the ball. Buck, Man, Buck been fumbled the bag so many times he might as well be working for UPS. Now Big Meech came out with a statement faster than a Twitter beef, talking about never fold, never told, never will. Bro, we hear you, but we all saw you fold faster than a fitted sheet when you hit that 20-year sentence. Talking about death before dishonor, but didn't that dishonor hit you in the face when you tried to play both sides and got locked up? Come on now. That's like a dude getting caught stealing the last slice of pizza and swearing up and down he didn't touch it while crumbs are still on his face. Meech, you ain't fooling nobody. Now let's talk about Tammy Cowins and 50 Cent with this documentary they trying to put together. You know it's about to be lit when these two join forces. I'm sitting here like, come on now, y'all ain't slick. Meech, you know good and well you were the plug for Tammy and the DEA agent. I mean, why was the man T. White rolling with you and Tammy on those visits? Was he just trying to get a selfie with Meech, or was he actually there for business? Let's be real. And speaking of snitching, let's not forget about the whole Cuffy situation. I know you see the papers, Meech. Don't act like you don't know what's going on. We all know how this game goes. You didn't just get a 20-year sentence because you were out here playing tic-tac-toe. Nah, bro, there's a reason why your name keeps popping up in these documents. And that never folded talk? I'm sorry, but we got receipts. You ain't been the same since you came out of jail, thinking you could run the game all over again, but 50's already put you in check. He put your whole BMF empire on, and now you want to come home acting like you the boss, when it's clear you just trying to ride his coattails to make a buck. You know Big Meech tried to get that extra paper by using his name for that show, but let's keep it 100. That show was happening with or without him. AG Entertainment was going to throw that festival regardless. Meech just got lucky they slapped his name on it, but mark my words, 50 Cent's about to reply, and it's going to be an epic roast. We know how he does. He ain't ever backing down. He'll be back with that savage response that makes you want to text your ex just to get reminded that you're living your best life. Meech, you gotta do more than just talk. Prove you ain't messing with the feds, my guy. Next up, we got Kanye Mental Gymnastics West, who woke up one morning and said, let me see how fast I can get my account deleted today. Bro been moving like a glitched out NPC. 1 minute he a fashion mogul, next minute he a political commentator, and now he trying to be the villain from a history book. Even 50 looked at that mess like, alright bro, I don't know what timeline you living in, but nobody can predict your next move, not even Google Maps. Big Meech and Lil Meech really out here playing Monopoly with 50's patience. Hello, and got Lil Meech thinking he a Hollywood star after 3 seasons. My boy, you got about as many acting credits as a substitute teacher. You trying to flex like Denzel, but you closer to Denzel Curry than Denzel Washington. And Big Meech out here trying to extort 50. Bro, 50 been robbing the industry legally for decades. You not finna finesse a finesse god. This like trying to scam a Nigerian prince. Ain't no way you out hustling a hustler. Da Vinci quit All-American for this. Now he realizing he left one fake hood for another. Bro, probably sitting there like, damn, I should have just played high school football for 6 more seasons instead of dealing with this foolishness. Meanwhile, 50 over there smiling like, God, oh, y'all want to play stupid games? Cool, let me go ahead and make your life uncomfortable. Bro about to make the next season of BMF a one-man show starring Tony Yayo. And then we got The Game. Wait, actually, do we even got The Game? Like, cause bro been missing ever since Eminem ethered him with silence. Game somewhere in his LA apartment, still trying to rap over Stan like, dear Slim, I never meant to diss you. You still ain't hit me up, boo. 50 ain't worried about none of these dudes. He too busy counting the royalty checks from Power spinoffs, Vitamin Water residuals, and the 18 lawsuits he won against people who owed him money. Boy put half the industry on and still can't get no loyalty. He over there singing about exes while Serena Williams crip walking to Kendrick dissing him at the Super Bowl. My guy, you made back-to-back, not back to begging. Get it together. Moral of the story, 50, still the last boss. Meech and his son moving goofy. Kanye need a therapist, not a Twitter account. The Game need a hobby, and Young Buck need a GoFundMe. This been your daily dose of savage news. Hit that like button before 50 sue y'all too. G unit.